it's Wonderbene. Thank you for clicking on my video as always. It's nice to have you. If this is the first time you visited my channel, on this channel I chronicle my weight loss that I'm in the middle of. I'm losing 180 pounds naturally on a vegetarian diet through healthy eating and exercise, essentially. Those are my secrets, if you want to call them that. In this video I want to talk about calorie counting and what I think of it. So before I get into my personal experiences, I want to just talk quickly about calories. Calorie is a measurement that defines the amount of energy a certain food can give your body when you eat it. And it is also a measurement that shows how many calories or how much energy your body burns when you just live or when you are active doing something. So it's a way to measure how much fuel your body needs, basically. For me personally, my basic metabolic rate, basal metabolic rate, BMR, that's the abbreviation for it. For me, the base rate is 2,400 calories a day. So my body burns that many calories doing absolutely nothing, just running my body, running my organs and all that nice stuff. If I add exercise to it and my daily activities like going to work or going out with friends or things like that, then that goes up to about anywhere from 3,000 to 3,500 calories per day. Just to give you my data, I am 5'11" tall and I currently weigh 365 pounds. That being said, I tend to eat anywhere from 2,000 to 2,800 calories per day, trying to lose weight, trying to have a fairly healthy deficit. A deficit being a difference between calories taken in versus calories expended during the day. And I do calorie counting because I want to make sure that I don't have too big a deficit and to ensure that I don't do myself metabolical damage when I eat really healthy. The reason I say that is when you change from a normal diet with dairy products, meat and everything, meat and dairy are very calorie dense products, meaning they have a lot of calories per 100 grams or per gram versus vegetables and fruit, which are very low in calories. So here's a difference between calorie dense egg and broccoli, just to give you a reference of how different those two things are. Knowing how many calories is in your food that you intake will help you understand whether you overeat or you undereat. And for me, I was an overeater. I may have eaten the right things and the good things, but too much of it. So I realized when I started to analyze my intake that I was eating too much. And now that I've switched to vegetarianism for the second time in my life, in November last year, I had the opposite problem where now that I was eating all these vegetarian dishes, homemade dishes, I had a hard time getting enough calories. And what happens with your body is after about 5 days of continuous low calorie intake, your body gets used to it. Your body starts to learn to run on that amount of energy that you put in. So logically, when you stop with the diet or when you start eating normally again because you're hungry, your body will just hold on to all that extra food and store it. So that is why diets don't really work. I mean, when I say diets, I mean fad diets, like only eat 1,000 calories a day or only eat 600 calories a day. If you continuously do that, if you do not eat enough calories for 5 days, your body will eventually adapt and adjust to that intake, to that fact, to that circumstance. And that is something that I personally am aware of and I want to avoid at all costs, because from what I hear, it's fairly hard to fix. I don't actually know how long it takes to fix a metabolism that has adjusted to that. If I find it while I'm editing, I'll put it here to see how long that period is actually to fix that. But in any case, it's accompanied with gaining weight, which I don't want to do. I want to lose weight. And I think calorie counting is an excellent tool at the beginning of your weight loss journey for the reasons that I've already mentioned. And I think it also helps you if you're midway through your journey, when you change your diet from a regular diet to a vegan or vegetarian diet or paleo, whatever your preferred way of living is. And I'm mentioning diets that are not fad diets, that are actual diets where you eat enough food. It's not a go for 1,000 calories for 3 weeks. That's what I'm referring to. Like if you change from a standard meat, dairy diet to something else, it really helps to analyze what you eat and how many calories you put in to make sure you get enough calories, or to make sure that you don't overeat in calories if you go from something that's not as calorie dense to very calorie dense foods. One other situation where I find calorie counting very helpful is when you hit a plateau in your weight loss. For example, when you have those weeks where you're doing everything right, you're eating well, you're exercising, but you're just not losing anything, and you're not losing inches either. That's one of the first things you'd want to think of in that case. But sometimes you're not eating enough. If you've upped your exercise and you keep your calorie intake constant, your body may go into starvation mode to a certain degree. It'll start to think, oh, we're burning all these calories, but I'm not getting enough to replace them. Well, I'm just going to hold on to everything I'm getting, i.e. you're not losing weight. The calorie count can be a factor in a weight loss plateau. Yeah, so in summary, I'm definitely pro calorie counting. For me, as a former overeater, it's very important as a tool for me to know what I'm putting in. Am I putting in too much? And I still have days today where I eat and I think, oh, that was pretty good today. But then I realize, oh, shoot, I'm about 800 calories over on this because I didn't expect this to be this calorie dense. It shouldn't become an obsession. I think that's the key thing here. Use it as a tool so that it helps you. Use it not by itself, because calories alone are not enough. Calories do not tell you whether you're eating healthfully, whether you're eating the right amount of nutrients. Just watching your calories can still make you nutrient deficient. It's the example of eating 2,000 calories of broccoli versus 2,000 calories of donuts. I don't think it's the end-all be-all for weight loss, but I think it's a good tool, a rational, logical tool, why you're gaining, why you're not losing, or why you're staying stagnant. That is pretty much it about this subject. I hope you found this video interesting. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. That being said, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon. Bye.